Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial video of SlideScope. In this video we are learning about building a simple human resources analytics dashboard. We have prepared a sample dashboard here, and in order to prepare this dashboard, the data file that we are using is this particular file, which is HR analytics data. We found this data set with a reference to another YouTube channel. So first we will discuss some basics about this data set. This data set is about employees. So here every row represents an employee. These are properties of an employee. Every row here has age, attrition, business travel frequency, daily rate, department in which the employee works, distance of office from the home of employee, education level here, educational field, employee count. So employee count is 1 everywhere. So this particular, if we can simply sum this, that means 1470. So if you will calculate a column with sum of employee count, or if you just use employee count and use the sum aggregate function, you will get total number of employees. Here we have employee number, so a unique ID is associated with every employee, but I can see some IDs missing here, so that's why we will not use this, but we can use employee count here. Then we have environmental satisfaction for the employee, gender of the employee, hourly rate. So we have a daily rate and hourly rate. We have job involvement, we have job level, job role. This is another important column, like we have sales executive, research scientist, lab technicians. We have these categorical columns, job satisfaction level. We have marital status, some of them are married, some of them are single. So for such kind of data we can use pie charts or a donut chart. We have monthly income, so we have daily income, hourly income and monthly income. We have monthly rate. We also have number of companies in which the employee has worked, whether the employee is over 18 or not. So Y means yes and N means no. So as you can see, in our case we have Y everywhere, whether the employee does overtime or not, percentage in salary hike, performance rating, relationship satisfaction, standard hours, stock option level. We have total working years, this is total working years of experience, training time last year, then work life balance, so some score is given to work life balance, years at company, so this is total working years and this is years at company. Then we have years in current role. So again, as you can see here, all of this data cannot be analyzed within one dashboard. So that's why, just for the sake of starting this analysis or exploring this data set, we have created a dashboard here. So I will explain it to you one by one what these different cards and visuals are. Also, what we have done is, using Canva, we have created some icons here. So for example, for male we have used this icon, for female this icon, for distance from office we are using this option. Obviously it's a distance between continents, but yes, we are using, for all employees we are using this option. and this icon here in our dashboard. You can use different set of icons. You can download it from Canva or Icon Finder. There are different sites. So whatever icons that you see here are all images. I have also created this image where I am using this magnifying lens, and we have written HR analytics dashboard here. So this is image. So first I will start from blank so that you can also understand how everything is created. So first thing that we did is we create some shapes. So first I am using a circle shape here, and I can resize it as per my requirement. So make it into perfect circle. We can go to general and properties and make sure the height and the width are same. So we will use 150 height and 150 width here. You can choose as per your choice. Again, the color, you can go to style and you can change its color. You can again you can either choose this palette or whatever palette you want. So I can choose this palette here, or let's try something different from blue. Let's try this. Just for this uh, tutorial purpose, we will choose this color. Then I have selected one image over it, so I will go to char icons and look for an image. So here I will use this image, and this is a transparent image which I created with the help of Canva. And now first of all, let's change that. I'm actually not liking it. Okay, I will go with this color. So because my image is has a darker shade of color, so that's why I am choosing a lighter font here. Now after doing this, we will create another shape here. This will be a rectangular shape, and the height of this rectangular shape will be just equal to this. So for that we can go to properties. You can choose 150 height here. The width, what I have selected in this case is 226 and 121. Okay, so I will choose a width of 220 in this case. I have done it because I want to show the icon on one side and the value on other side. So now I will bring an image over here, and that's how I can put an image over here. That's why I have increased the width here so that I can put some value over there. Now I will choose its background. Again, these things are something that take time. So in this shape, actually we will find this option in style. We'll choose the same color. And now let's come to the important part. So here you can see we are displaying male as 882 and female as 588. Let's go to the data, and here you can see gender. So we have gender female, male. So in gender we have these two values. So what we have to do is we have to show a number here, like what is the total count of male. So to do this we will use filters, visual filter, and we will use the column here, gender column. So first of all, what we will do is for displaying information like this, I always prefer selecting a card, and in this card you can see add field here. What field do you want to choose? So the field that I want to choose here is gender, and then I will choose count of gender. So first of all, what I have to do is I have to select this card, and we will select gender because we want to find it for male and female. So here when you will drag gender here, you will see that this card will display female or male in alphabetical order. So from here you can change it to count of. So now it is showing total 1470, which is this number 1471. One is for the header. So now we have to filter it so that we can see only male number here, number of male employees here. So for that we will again drag gender to our filters, and here you can see we are only selecting filter on this visual. So we are not selecting filters on this page or filter on all pages. We are just doing filter on this visual, and here we will simply select male. And now we can give it a styling. Styling is very basic here. What you can do, go visual and the title. First of all, and on the title we will write male here. Title color will be this, because obviously we are going to change the background of it. I'm doing it quickly so that you can watch this video in a slow speed so that you can do it with me. And this again we have to change this black color to something more readable, which we will do it here. You can also hide the category label. Category label is this thing over here, so you can hide it, and this way actually we select it. Now the last part is just to align the title in center. So this is how we created this visual for male. Similarly for female, it is very simple. What we can do is we can copy this entire thing, paste it there. Although we can copy all those very overall data also. And now I will copy here and paste. Image I will change, choose this image, and I will see the alignment later. But here what you have to do, you in your filter you will choose only female. And now the final part, go to title and change it to female. So this is how these two visuals are created, and then we can display total. Again we can copy the entire thing here, and now we can send it backward. So now you can see it is coming over our image and data. So what we can do is go to format and send backward. Again click once again. So now we can see the values over here. Just we will delete this, and in insert you will find image. So I am using this image here because I was searching something quickly, I found this image. And now again I will remove the filter. So, and here I will simply change the title to total, and we can also write something like total number of employees. You can see whatever is fitting your ca card over here. Sorry. So this is how we have created these visuals. And so first of all what I will do is I will try to resize it, because we have to fit our fourth visual also. I will click on this image and bring it to front. So similarly I will resize this visual. So I will pause the video and do it. It is a simple task that you can do. I will do it for all these three cards. So now you can see it is resized, and now I will simply copy and paste and create a fourth visual over here. And in this visual you can see we have displayed average distance from home in miles. So we guess this data is in miles because it is not clear what is the unit of distance here, average distance from home. So this is distance from home, so let's assume it's mile. Now for that we also have an image, so similarly we will use an image over here. By using this type of images, we again I am using a very basic styling here, but you can spend a lot more time to make these visuals a lot more attractive. And here what we have to do, we have to display the average distance from home. So the column that we are going to use is, first of all, let's select cards from visual. That's what we are doing. In cards we can also copy it so that we don't have to style it again. And in this, count of gender is given, so we will remove it and we will simply search for distance. So we will put distance from home here, and currently you can see 14k, which is sum of distance. We don't want sum, we will choose average. And now we will simply change the title as, here I am writing average distance. So you can write whatever you want, and I will put it over this video. So this is how we have uh, now completed the first row, and similarly we will complete other rows as well. So we have completed our first row, and now we have to complete our second row. In our second row we have two visuals, which is employee count by job level and educational field. So as you can see, employee count by job level. For this we have to count something. We have to count the number of employees. So in order to count number of employees, what we have done here is we have created a measure here. So formula for this measure is very simple. We have chosen num rows is equal to count rows HR analytics data, which is the name of this table. So this will simply create a new column for you, sorry, a new measure for you, which is num rows, and this is here. We can also do it with the help of an existing column, which we discussed earlier. There is one column called employee count, and for every employee this is 1, which means if you will sum it, if you will use the sum aggregation, you will get the total number of employees. And when you will filter by anything, then you can get the filtered data. So now what we will do here is we will use a stack bar chart over here, and again the width of this bar chart I am putting as 2 columns with respect to upper 2 columns. And now here what we will do, we have y-axis and x-axis. So in one axis I will put job level, and in the other axis I will put sum of this count, sum of employee count. So here we have employee count, and as you can see it is reverse, so it is sum of job level versus employee count, but it should be reverse. So let's reverse this, and now you have this graph. Now in this graph, again in our case it is a horizontal bar, here it is a vertical bar. So here it is this stack column chart, here it is a stack bar chart. Doesn't make any difference, the data is same. And now you can simply style it. So styling is again the same. Go to effect, change the background as per your theme. Now you, as you can see the text is not visible. So this is something that you have to do a lot, like in y-axis, in values, change the color. So this is a repetitive work that we have to do, but this is something that will make our visuals more attractive. So let's do that. Again, let's change the title color. So it is sum of employee count by job level. We can, once we have selected this, we can add more categorical data here. We can put some kind of legend over here. So for example, we can bring gender over here. So in legend, if you will bring gender, you can see. And when you will hover, this means at job level 2, gender male, the sum of employees 314 and sum of employees 222. And here you can see, so again, its legends color, legends title and text should also be visible. So that's why here. So now this makes the data more interesting, more, it has more level of details. So this is how you can create a chart like this. Now as you can see in our original data set, we have a background color, and here the background color is white. So for that, click anywhere on the canvas and then click on your format your report page. This is basically a wallpaper. You can choose some image also. So suppose you are building a dashboard for some organization, so you can choose their logo or their company's image which represent something about that brand. But here we will choose a lighter shade. So this is how it can be done. Now we have this visual. This is a donut chart, and a donut chart is also very much similar to a bar chart. It simply displays in form of these percentage. So as you can see, 41.22% of employees are from life sciences educational field. So we are using a categorical column here for educational field. So let's select that, and again the other column will be nothing but sum of employee count. But this time we will use the num rows measure which we have already created. And this way you will see some tabular data. So whenever you will select those columns without any visual, by default you will see a tabular data, but now you can choose this, so it will automatically create this graph for you. This is another way of doing it. So you just select a categorical column, that means a dimension, and then you select a measure which is a metric. So if you choose a categorical column and a metric, then you can choose these graphs like donut chart, pie chart, and bar chart can be created with the help of such. And then let's very quickly go to effects, change the background as per our theme, change the text color. So I will pause and do that. These are our detail labels, so we will change the color of detail labels as well. So this is what can be done. Final thing, I will just arrange the title in the center. So this is our second row, and here we have created it. When you will select this graph, you can see a legend. Legend is something that is displayed here. That gives information of what these colors are representing. Values are your number of rows. Number of rows is here. Number of employees. Then you can add details and tooltips, which we will see in more tutorials. This is the first dashboard. We have a lot of data, so we will create more dashboards on this HR data set. So for that, just subscribe to our channel, and so that you can get notifications. Now in the third row we have job hourly rate. So this visual is basically the visual over here, which is called a multiple row card. So first let's drag it here. So a multiple row card, as the name suggests, can have multiple number of rows, and here you can drag multiple number of fields here. Simple. So in our case, what we are doing is we are showing job level and hourly rate. So job level and hourly rate, here we have average of hourly rate for male and average of hourly rate for female. So here you can see. So we have gender, we have average of hourly rate and average of job level. So what we will do here, first we will drag gender over here. So first select this and drag gender over here. You'll have male and female here. Then we will have hourly rate. This is sum of hourly rate. We will select average hourly rate. So as you can see, in case of female, the average hourly rate is 65.90. In case of male, it is 65.88. So in terms of average hourly rates, female are getting paid more. And then we can also drag job level. So it is sum of job level. Again, we will do this average. So average job level is 2.12. Again, job level, uh, we discussed about job level earlier also. Let's first find that. So here you can see job level 2, 1. Let's apply some filter over here, and so that you can see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maximum is 5 here. So in our data you can see females are at 2.12 and male are at 2.03. So this is this chart. Again, we can do styling over here, and the same thing that we have done so far can be done here as well. I'll just change it to a lighter color. Other things can be done similarly like before. So now this data is also created. Now the final data that we have another one. This is department count. So this is department wise count. For example, there is research and development department, R&D department, HR department, and sales department. So what number of rows are there in terms of percentage we can display this data. Here we have used a donut chart, but we can also select a pie chart here. So let's select a pie chart, and again we can save a lot of time by copying and pasting this data, but just for the sake of understanding, I'm doing it again and again. I'm doing the styling so that the more we do these kind of stylings, it will give us more amount of practice. Now for legend, here again, as I explained earlier, legend will be nothing but our department, because that's what we want. That's the category that we want to display here. So first select this card, which is pie visual here, and drag department here. So you will now see this. Now in values, we have to show the number of rows or the number of employees, and this is our data. So here you can see the same data, like in research and development we have 961, in human resources 63, and in sales. So we can say that most number of people are in R&D department in this particular company. So again I will do the styling. I just want to add one more thing here. In donut chart or in a pie chart, in case of slices, suppose somehow this color is not visible or it is blending with the background, so you can change all of that. I will simply choose detail labels as white and legend values as well. So this completes our third row, and now I have this simple data over here. So this data is our clustered bar chart. So in a clustered bar chart, we can choose a y-axis and x-axis. We can choose legend and other details also. So in y-axis I have selected age, and in x-axis I have selected count of over 18. So this is simple, count of over 18 by age. How many people of that particular age are over 18? So actually in our case everyone is over 18. So this is basically showing us count of age of everyone. Like this is like a histogram for us, where we can see a range of age on this y-axis, and within that range, for example, if we select a uh, range is starting from 18 over here. So between 18 and 20 you can see very less number of people, right? You can see here most number of people are between age 29 and 37, I would say. So here you can see longer bars, so 35, 36. So this is basically a histogram, although histogram is not present by default here, but using, because everyone is over 18, so by doing that count we are just kind of displaying a age histogram. So we have explained about it. I will simply copy and paste it over here and just change the background of it. So this is how we have created this simple data, simple dashboard. Again, there is a lot more that has to be discussed in this particular data set, and we will come with more videos like this. So stay connected with us through this channel by subscribing to it. If you have any suggestions, if you have any doubts, you can ask them in the comment section below. And this data set will be provided in the description of this video so that you can download it. If you have any problem in downloading the data set, please let us know in the comment section. We will share it with you.